quarters, flinging Cat halfway from the saddle. Her hat flew off, and her hair tumbled down over her eyes as she clutched fistfuls of mane, fighting to regain her seat. As suddenly as she had startled, the mare went still. Gingerly, Cat edged herself back into the saddle and, with a shaking hand, adjusted her bonnet. The man was holding the reins tight under her mount's mouth. His face was as bold as his figure, a squarely cut chin, cleft and darkened nearly blue by what looked to be several days' growth of beard, wide lips set in a hard line, and black eyes gleaming dangerously from behind a fringe of blacker lashes.
"Now what the bloody hell do you want?"
The mare shied, but a mere flex of his huge wrist quieted her. His tone stiffened Cat's back. She raised her chin. "You will inform me as to the whereabouts of the Montrose estate."
"The what?"
"Mr. Thomas Montrose's estate."
"Estate?"
the great beast of a man asked, so slowly and in so perplexed a manner that Cat wondered if he might be mentally deficient. "Yes, Thomas Montrose lives somewhere hereabout, in a big house, a nice house. Do you know where the nice big house is?"
"Why?"
"Why?" Mentally deficient or not, Cat had had just about enough. Her temper, suspect at best and tested by her journey, was stretched beyond its limits. "Because, you great unwashed Vulcan, you Minotauran horror, I wish to go there." His gypsy dark eyes narrowed between a thicket of sooty lashes.
"Why?"
"The devil take you, because I am his, niece. Now do you understand?" A sneer slowly replaced his scowl, and he turned the mare's head so that Cat's foot was caught between the wall of his hard chest and her saddle. Even through the boot leather she could feel his heat. She attempted to twist her leg free from the disturbing contact, but he only grinned up at her and reached out his other hand to capture the lip on the back of her saddle. Her leg was trapped, bracketed by the long, oiled bronze sinews of his arms. She refused to amuse him with her discomfort and glared defiantly down into his dark face.
"Thomas Montrose does not have any nieces, you little baggage," he said in a deep, velvety bass. "I should know, for you see, I am Thomas Montrose. Now who the bloody hell are you?"
Thomas Montrose released the mare's reins, stepping back. The young woman with the tumbled russet hair and peculiar grey-green eyes was looking at him with something akin to horror. She did not even seem to notice he was no longer imprisoning her leg. It was a tact that had done much to quell the imperious manner in which she had spoken to him, as though he should have just dropped the confounded sheep and scuttled to her knee, doffing an imaginary cap as he awaited her command. She was eyeing him now with distinct distaste, and Thomas was uncomfortably reminded that he was not only unclad but filthy. His embarrassment irritated him, and he inhaled deeply, marshalling his temper. That he had to marshal his temper at all further angered him. He had spent the better part of the past year successfully maneuvering the most difficult of Russian, Austrian, and Prussian political adversaries, and he had done so with characteristic aplomb. Now, with a few vitriolic jibes and a lift of a dark, arched brow, this haughty, tousled wench threatened his much-vaunted composure. It was intolerable, and who the devil was she, at any rate? When she had first started out her ridiculous demand to know where he lived, he had assumed she was attempting to pass herself off as his byblow by one of his former mistresses. He was grimly amused she would have thought it could work. She was at least 21, which would have had him bedding wenches at, 12? But it was another thing entirely to claim she was his half-brother's get. Philip did not know, nor had ever had any of